Howdy folks, Roger back, 3 Inches Diesel. In this video, we're going to talk about where I find my loads at and what do I do to get paid daily. And also I wanted to bring up a couple of people. One is Teddy Honkers, this gentleman here. Here's his information. You can pause the video. Not good enough. And I'll put it down in the shit talker down below. So he makes your horn honkers, keychains. This thingy here, he made this. Really good guy, really good products. So, like I said, in this video, let's talk about where I find my loads at and where do I get paid at and how do I get paid. And let's talk about this week. Again, didn't record much. Took some photos. But let's get after it. Enjoy. Please like, subscribe, comment, and let's get to 1,000 followers. And keep on going. Enjoy the video, guys. Thanks. Doing a little off-roading today. The goddamn solar farm. Yeah. I love it. A little off-roading, anybody? Out in the middle of a fucking field. God damn. Hope I don't get stuck. I haven't walked the power divider in yet, so I hope I don't have to. Alright, down here in Cincy. This shit here, this is what solar panels sit on. 3 stacks of 5. That shit's up there. They said, you want tarp? I said, hell no. I said, good, we'll put that back stack a little further back so you don't have to tarp. I don't know why this shit's gotta be tarped that's sitting outside, but they said because they had to put a box on here and then with the box covered up. So well, I got a small tarp. Put the box in the middle. They said no. I has to go in the back. I said, well, fuck it. Do it that way. What do you do? Go to the house. Oh, long day. Head to Illinois in the morning. God bless. Down here in Southern Ohio getting unloaded. Get these bastards. Got a couple more straps to pull and fold. But yeah. That's where I'm at today. And run down to Cincinnati here in a few and get reloaded. Alright guys, welcome back. Like I said in the intro, we're going to talk about load boards, factoring, this week, where I went, what I did, etc. So let's get started. So first off, I want to thank a couple people that have reached out to me and done stuff. And stuff I've bought. One is Teddy Horn Honkers. So if you see, the emblems on my hat, some of them came from him. And also he does the braided keychains. He does these and the horn honkers for your air horns. If you're interested in any of those, reach out to him. Here's his business card. I'll put his information down in the shit talker. But there's his information if you want to get a hold of it. I'll put his number down in the shit talker. The other one is Fuel Creations. Fuel Creations is who makes the emblems themselves. He makes those. He didn't make the cab over. My wife found that on SD. That was a birthday present last year. And along with the Farmall. But as far as everything else, I know he made the BJ and the Bear one, the Kenworth one, the Kenworth 100 one I got from when I went to Chillicothe this year for their 100th anniversary. So, and I've got tons of their stuff in here. Hats, here's still, Kenworth 100 hat. So, but yeah, But anyways, if you want some of their stuff, go to Teddy Honkers. Look him up on Instagram. I think it's called Torpedo Teddy or something like that. So again, I'll put his information down in the shit talker. So let's get started about this week's video. Where do I find my loads? I use a load board, obviously. So there are multiple load boards out there, to fix anybody's fancy, and I use Truck Stop. It's the load board I use. That's probably Truck Stop, DAT, and there's a couple others that are extremely popular right now. And but right now, my wife and I, we use Truck Stop. We used DAT board for a while, and she didn't like it. So how my wife and I do stuff is, my wife knows what she wants for the week as far as pay, what we need to make to cover our bills for the week, for the month, etc. What we need to have to bring in to keep the business going and to keep the household going. So she knows what she has to have to keep the bills going. So she looks on Truck Stop and finds the loads, within the area we need to be in. We mainly run the Midwest. Or I mainly run the Midwest, she, stay-at-home mother. So she knows what we need to keep everything going, keep everything afloat. And she gets on there, and two things she does. She will find one within 125 miles or less, depending on where we're at. Hopefully less. That way it's less fuel we have to spend to get to point B to pick that load up, which is more money in our pocket. Name of the game is to drive the less distance to pick up that load, so it's more money in your pocket and less fuel you're spending to make money. Keep that in mind. Number two is, once she does find a load, she will make sure that she will open up another search and look around that city or wherever that place is at to see what's around that city, if there's anything decent to be picked up at within 125 miles to 200 miles. 200 miles is pushing it. So she will do that, and if she finds, does a quick search, we'll look in, we'll say Detroit, say we pick up down around Dayton, Ohio, and it's going up to Detroit, and she'll look up in Detroit. Oh, hey, I know that's a good place to find loads at. Let's book it. Let's go. And we'll get the next load booked. That way we pick a load up today, and then, we already have a load booked for tomorrow. Then come tomorrow, when she gets up, she's already on Truck Stop looking for that very next load to pick up for the following day, or to pick up, because you've already got your load booked for the very next day, so she's looking for the day after, if that makes sense. So once that's done, you get in, she finds the loads, sends them to me with all the information it has, and if she's never worked with the broker before, then she looks up on RTS, which is the factoring company we use, on, hey, does RTS work with that particular broker? So a little history behind RTS. RTS is also Ryan Transport. So on their app, you can look up whether the RTS has worked with that broker or not. And they have a credit system on there, and it has to be an A, B, or C, and it has to be a green A, B, or C. So once you look that up, and it's say it's TQL, I think they're like an A on there. Green A has to be green A, B, or C. Keep that in mind. So she looks it up with a broker we've never used before. They're a green B, they're good to go. They worked with them. So when you look that up, it tells you how many invoices that company has ran through RTS, and how many days it takes. God dang it! I and how many, sorry about that, phone call, and how many days it takes for them to pay, etc. So there's that. So once she figures that out, that they work with RTS, then she sends it to me, and then I do the initial phone call because I know what my trailer takes, what it needs, whether it needs tarp, changes, straps, and do I have that stuff? Yes, I have that stuff. You have to, for flatbed, you got to carry chains, tarps, and straps, edge protectors. If you're hauling coils, you have to have coil racks, dunnage, etc., etc. So once she sends that to me, I call, figure out what it is, whether it's a 1 or 2 stop, how far, where's it at, blah blah blah. Usually, if it's a 2-stopper, I just go no, because they don't pay enough. Now there's some that do pay enough. There was one we seen that picked up like Dayton, Ohio, and then it went out it picked up in Columbus, Ohio, and the second pickup was out in Peoria, I believe, and then it came back to like Indianapolis. Doesn't make a damn bit of sense, but it was paying like $15 an hour. Once you figured the mileage out, it ended up being like $2.90 to like $3 a mile, so it really wasn't that bad. I just didn't take it because I didn't want it. And that's the beauty with being an independent owner operator, is you can pick and choose on where you want to run, how you want to run, and what you want to run. Again, I run flatbed. I'm not that picky. I don't want to go to Kentucky. Pennsylvania, I absolutely hate. I can't stand them over there. One, with this old truck, I just don't want to do the hills. Just don't want to do the hills. And so there's that. And there's a couple other states I don't want to run. Plus, again, I'm doing this old school in a 1983 K100 cab over. I've got no air conditioning, which is, I need to fix. I've got all the parts to fix it. I just need to fix it. And I just don't want to go south where it's hot. I mean, yeah, I just don't want to do it. I've got a big ass fan over there that I plug into the inverter, but it still doesn't take the heat away. It makes it go around. So there's that. So back to the thing at hand. So again, I use Truck Stop. The monthly prescription's like $150. They have different tiers of it. Again, I love it. My wife loves it. It just depends on who you are. Not everybody likes it. Some people like DAT boards. Some people like the other boards. It just depends. The other thing you need to think of is that, so when you sign up, so you have your own numbers, your own authority, your own insurance. You are a independent owner operator. You are your own boss. You're not leased on to anybody. You're not pulling someone else's trailer. You're the boss. You. Person behind the camera, you're the boss. So you can do what you want. You can set your own schedule. You can go where you want. You want to go to the beach, pick your own load, go ahead to the beach, and you want to, it takes you 2-3 days to get down there, and you get down there on a Thursday or Friday, you want to spend the entire weekend on the beach after you drop your load off, hats off to you. Why not? Get after it. That's your choice. So that's the beauty of being an independent owner operator. But if you're leased on to somebody, or you're being dispatched by somebody, you can't set, you can kind of set your own schedule, but not really. So again, that's just what you do. So again, there's different audible load boards, and like I said, once you get signed up with different brokers, they will email you daily on loads they have available within where you want to run. So when you fill out your carrier packet with a particular broker, in that packet they have lanes where they ask where lanes you want to run at. So say you want to run, we'll say Dayton, Ohio, and you want to run from Dayton, Ohio to Michigan, or you want to run, Indianapolis to Las Vegas. You want to run, Chicago to Texas. You can put that in there. and they will email you daily on loads they have available, or they'll email like a list, like Jones Trucking or whatever it is. They send a list out every week. Same way with Ryan Transport. They send a list out of loads they have available for that week within what you want. They kind of critique it, which is kind of nice. And that's how we do stuff. I'm kind of all over the place, and I apologize. My mind's trying to think and talk at the same time, and it doesn't work that way. As far as factoring, a lot of people don't want to factor, but let me tell you this: if you want to get paid daily, if you want to get paid every single day, and you don't want to chase people down to get paid, you don't want to wait 30, 40, 60, 90 days to get paid, you're better off to factor it. Now, if you can float that money to wait the 30, 60, 90 days to get paid, hats off to you. Hats off to you, buddy. Or ma'am, whoever's watching this. I don't want to. I probably can. I don't want to. Again, we did 2 loads when we first started 2 years ago without a factoring company, and the one customer was really good. They said it was 28 days before they paid, and they were right on the money. 28 days, boom, that check was in my mailbox. The second company, which was just a few towns over from where I live at, I literally called them, hit 30 days, because they said at 30 days they'd have a check in my mailbox. 30 days hit, no check. 35 days hit, no check. 45 days, no check. By then, I'm getting irate. And I've called them every single time. Where's my check at? Where's my check at? Every single time it was the same old dog and pony show. Oh, it's in the mail. It's in the mail. Oh, it must be lost in mail. Bullshit. So I showed up on their doorstep in my semi, and I called them. I said, look, I'm coming to get a check. If there's not a check in there, I'm taking legal action. And it damn near came to that. That's what it damn near came to, was taking legal action. But they cut a check for me right there, and I walked out the door and got paid. So, if you don't want to do that, I highly recommend choosing a factoring company. Now, again, I use RTS. RTS is part of Ryan Financial, or Ryan Transportation, so it's RTS Financial. I love them to pieces, and my wife and I, we looked up multiple companies before we went with them, and I've got several friends that work with them, and they were absolutely amazed by them. Good. The fuel card is awesome. The factoring is awesome, and as long as you follow their guidelines and do what they say that you have to do to get paid, you're golden. And it's not very hard. It's really, really simple. They have clean BOLs, and have a clean BOL, no damage, etc. like that. And you have on your BOLs, make sure your consignee on top, or just above or below where they did their signature, they print their name. That's the big thing, is have them print the name and put a date on it. And then you also, depending on what broker it is, sometimes you might have to go to a truck stop and have them scan it and email it to you, because that customer wants it scanned in instead of taking the old picture like we normally do on the phones. Yeah. The big one with that one is ATS. Sureway. So, same company. They're out of Minnesota. Good company. Wonderful company. And they're probably one of the only ones that are really big sticklers on it, and I forget. So I carry a computer and a scanner with me, and I find a McDonald's, free Wi-Fi. Keep that in mind in case you have crappy Verizon service like I do, and you can't get a good service to upload anything to make the computer work on the hotspot. Verizon sucks, by the way, but I'm not going to change. I'm just not going to do that. Anyways, go find a McDonald's or a truck stop or somebody that has free Wi-Fi and use it. Just make sure you buy something there to kind of help out. And do your scanning with the RTS. You can get on their website on your computer and upload everything there, and you can see everything on the website as far as what you did in the past, has all the charts broke down, all that crap. Again, I use RTS. I love them, and again, I use them for their fuel card also. On their app on your phone, I can't do the thing on the phone here because I'm not that technically smart to show you. So I'm not that smart. You gotta take my word for it. They on their app on their phone, you can, on the bottom row key thingy here, you hit fuel and it pops up. Yeah, as long as your location's on, it'll pop up and say it'll show you all the fuel stops within a certain distance around you, and it'll have what the discount is, what your price is, and what the pump the billboard price is. It'll show you the discount on there, where it's at, whether they got bathrooms, food, Wi-Fi, occasional hooker, whatever, you know what I mean. It shows all that in there, and how many fuel islands they have. Do they have DEF? A lot of you guys take DEF. I don't. I got an 83K 100. I don't take DEF. I'm old school. And has all that information in there, which is really neat. And depending on what you want set up for your fuel card, like mine, you can have your mileage put on there, your truck number, you can have all of this crap information in there to put in when you scan your card. To me, all I do is put in my driver ID that I have set up, and that's it. No mileage, no trip number, none of that crap. It's simple. Keep it simple. KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. So I don't know if I'm missing anything else, but this video is getting awful long. And yeah, that's how I do stuff. I use, again, just to recap, I use Truck Stop. It costs me $150 a month. I love it. Absolutely love it. I use RTS, which is Ryan, RTS Financial, which is Ryan Transport. I absolutely love them. I don't have the other information for Ryan Transport right off the top of my head. If you look back to a couple other videos, that it says something about RTS in the top of the headline there. The information for that lady is in there. You can call and talk to her. Tell her Roger from Three Angels Diesel sent you. And I think I'll put Cody Edwards is my fuel rep, and I'll put his number down in the shit talker. Down here somewhere. In here. And you can give him a call, and he could point you in the right direction. If you decide you want to do a fuel card for your operation, he'd be willing to help you out and to decide which one is best for you. They've got different ones, and like I said, I absolutely love them. You can use the fuel card just about anywhere, but if you go outside of their network, you pay whatever the billboard price is. So you won't get the discount. But if you stay within their network, you get a discount. What else? Again, go visit Torpedo Teddy on Instagram. Give this old boy a call. Really good guy. Here's his information back here. It's backwards. Damn phone. Again, I'll put it down here somewhere. If you want these license plate hats, go to City Locks. I'll put their information down below also, if you like their hats. license plate hats. I've had a lot of comments about them. Again, guys, let's like, subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 followers. And we didn't talk about this week, did we? So I don't remember a whole lot. It's been a busy week. Let's just say that much. All over the place. Went from Ohio to Kentucky to Illinois to Michigan. Back to Ohio. Yeah, all over. All over. It's been a busy week. I've hauled everything from, I think, coils. Let's see. We did coils last week. I did 2 things for solar panels. One place went up into Illinois, just south of Chicago, and then ran over to South Bend, Indiana, and picked up a set of poles for more solar panels that went down to Dayton, Ohio. Delivered those Friday. Let's see what else. Delivered ground up rubber. There we go. In the sacks. I did a short about that. If you are curious about that, you go back and look at the shorts. And so I did that one. That picked up in, I don't remember where. Somewhere. I don't remember where. But it went down to Lebanon, Ohio. They're building a brand new sports facility down there off of 741. Beautiful place. That'll be really nice when it's done. Let's see what else. Delivered fake decking. I call it fake decking. It picks up in Wilmington, Ohio, and that went up into Michigan. That's what it was. It picked up in Michigan. Delivered to Michigan up there north of Kalamazoo. And was in and out. Good place. And then ran down to Middleborough, Indiana. That's where I picked that rubber up at. And 22 sacks of rubber. Or ground up rubber. And they were putting it down, making the track with that stuff, which is really neat. And they were laying it down as they were on the other side. I didn't show it in the video, the short. But they were laying it down as, we were unloading, which was really, really neat. So, I think that's about it. It's hot, and this video is getting long. So, hope everybody has a good week. And, I don't know. Let's get to work. Let's go do trucking. Yeah, let's go do trucking. It was a bad week to fix stuff, too. That's a different video. Yeah, wrong parts ordered, blower motor fell out, wiper, washer motor took a shit, what else? Heater core took a shit? You don't need heat. It's summertime, right? We don't need heat. It's overrated. Marker light went out on the roof, and that's fun to get to. We had to stand on the minivan to get to it. What else? Driver's side window doesn't want to, it rolls up kind of like a when it wants to. I apologize, that's not funny. So, what else? I don't know, there's always something. Always something. So, alright, let's get this video over with. Everybody have a good week. God bless. And let's make trucking great again by running old school equipment and doing stuff old school. There we go. Run it old school. New school sucks. Have a good one, guys.